everybody, welcome back to another episode at Smith's Sail Farm. This week we're doing something super exciting. We're getting on with the cork cladding. We're Danny and Kate, and this is Paco. We recently bought 12 acres of land in the Spanish mountains. Follow the journey as two DIY novices with tons of enthusiasm but not quite as much know-how. Renovate a small stone barn into the tiny house of our dreams and bring the land back into full production. But first, before we rip the roof off our brand new home, we need somewhere to stay. Welcome to the cabin build series. The other night we had some horrendous torrential rain, a big thunder and lightning storm, so hopefully the cabin's okay. We did wrap it up before we left, but let's have a look. Yeah, these panels are just getting worse and worse, aren't they? Is that just the water damage?
Well, it's not even water damage, this was protecting it. They've not got wet, I think it's just humidity.
What are we going to do about that?
Place them. If we bought this before we started doing the MDF, it would have been a lot more useful.
So we're just having to replace a couple of these panels because they've got a bit warped. It's not too bad because it's in an easy enough place to fix.
So we're trying to put on the cork panelling level. We're thinking just to basically match it with the bottom of the MDF, because then with the extra space we've got like a bit of drip space for this, and it's not much but it's better than nothing. And then what we're doing is we're going to check underneath like how level that is, and it's, you know, it's not bad, not perfect, but it's not bad.
Danny always makes things sound too pessimistic. I think, seeing as we're building it on a mountain, it's pretty damn straight. So we're going round in kind of layers around the building, basically just so that we don't have too much weight sitting on this bottom layer as we go to put the next one on. So we're kind of making our way around the building, and then also this helps us to keep it as straight as possible, because then it means that we can use the spirit level to kind of check every piece that we're doing and make sure that it's all nice and straight as we go. So today we've managed to do almost 3 full sides down here, and around the back 3 full sides as well. And on the other side we just need to work around where the window is. So kind of started the 3rd side. There's a little bit more work to think about the kind of cutting and angles and things there. But really, really good progress. This stuff goes on so fast. I'm so glad that we were able to find the right kind of adhesive for it, because yeah, it's just gone on really, really quickly. And luckily we have the absolute best friends to come and help us do things like this.
Thanks for having us.
While Danny and his dad get on with the next mix of the adhesive, I thought I'd just show you what the cork looks like that we're actually using for this cladding. So this is expanded cork. It's a kind of pressure heat treated material, which is really, really good for using as internal or external kind of insulation or kind of protective layer. Some people use this for things like floorings and ceilings or wall coverings, as well as using it for internal insulation as well. So this product is brilliant because it's natural, it is chemical free, it looks nice in the environment because it has a nice kind of look and feel about it. It's also naturally anti-fire, anti-fungal, it's water resistant, it's all of the properties that we want for an external cladding. So we're really, really excited to be using this product. If you want to know how it's made, Project Camp just made a video a few weeks ago about this product. They went to the factory and actually watched it being made and talked all about the process. So you might want to go and watch their video. So really happy to see how easily this is going on, and today we're just going to crack on with even more of it. Let's see if we can get it finished.
So this is the lime adhesive we've got, and it's basically lime mortar but with a few additives in to make it more spreadable, and it's got some microfibers in it as well that should give it strength as an adhesive. Apparently you can also use it as like a facade in itself, like a plaster coating, I guess. But we're using it as an adhesive for the cork, and it says on the data sheet that, you know, it is good for that. So basically what we're doing is we've got the mix. It's, you know, it spreads really nicely, which is, I guess, what it's designed to do. And then we're spreading it on nice and evenly, making sure we get all the edges done. And then it wasn't specific for this brand, but the other brand we saw that we couldn't get in Spain, you could get it in Portugal and Italy and the UK. But they were saying a 3mm tooth on the trowel. So that's what we've done. So basically when we go through like that, we've got a 3mm ridge to remove the excess material, and we've got a standard covering. Light's going, so got that last one of the last row on, so I think it's time to go home and have a nice cold beer. And whoever recommended this bucket trowel, I didn't know it existed, so thank you very much, it's been very helpful. Keep your recommendations coming in. If anyone has any and you see we could be doing something better, let us know, because some of the comments are very helpful. So we've come to start doing the door. So framing it with the cork, and what we'd like to do so the door can open nicely is to cut a 45-degree kind of angle around the door frame. So we're just learning how to do that with the new saw. It's a lot easier than doing it by hand, but it's had a few technical difficulties, so I'll show you now. So this is what I mean. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's a 45-degree angle to the flat there, and that's so when we open the door, that the door can come right round. So I've set this at a 45-degree angle, you can see there. So you can see how the blade's angled on the circular saw. And then I've had to increase the depth of the blade as well, because now it's cutting at an angle, it wasn't going all the way through, so it's now going through at 25 and not 20. I've then got the guide piece on the bottom that I can put alongside the cork and then run all the way up and give me a nice straight 45-degree line along the edge of the cork.
So for the last few days I've been working, Danny's had a few days to focus on getting some of these extra panels done, and it's starting to look so good. He's done loads of it with a lot of help from his dad over the last few days, so thank you, John, for coming to help. But the last few bits are a bit more tricky because it's kind of doing all of the little cutouts for where we have the I-beams, and it's a lot more tricky. So what Danny's been doing over the last couple of days is actually working on dry fitting all of those pieces first, and then we'll do one batch of the lime mix and then stick them all up at once. It's so much more difficult to cut these pieces and get them to fit correctly that we don't want the lime mix to go off whilst we're kind of doing those. So yeah, Danny's been doing a really good job over the last few days of all of this kind of fiddly bit, and hopefully we can get most of it done this weekend.
Maybe a few more, but I'll do it.
I don't know if you can tell from the way that we're wrapped up nice and warm with a few extra layers.
3 degrees.
It's really cold today. It's like somebody just sent the land a memo and said, now you got to be really cold. Yeah, it's absolutely freezing when we woke up this morning. But I mean, at least it's not 37 degrees and we're like burning ourselves on the roof like in the summer. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
That'll go in there. Back to glue the side. Okay, so this is the piece that we discarded because it was wrong, and we had all the stuff on the back and like ready to go. I can't remember why it was wrong, but we left it. But we're looking at it now everything's dried. It's made it really, really solid, which gives me more confidence in the what we've got on the walls as well. So like these normally flex quite a lot, and then once we've got like layer of this lime adhesive on the back, like it's really strong. There's no flex in it. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how strong it is, and it's just nice to have a piece that shows you that.
We were bike dirt tires on paved concrete, on the right roads, just had the wrong wheels. But I see you back in town, same shortcut jeans, my head still spins, my heart still feels like riding a bike, just you and I, down a long back road, your brown hair blowing in the wind like it did back then, all those teenage summer nights when I love you, you love me too. It was so easy, still get that feeling when our eyes meet. I can hop back on our love life.
So we were just putting that one up there, the last one, with the last bit of the mix, and kind of two things really. We were starting to run out of mix, so we were using what was left, but also it was starting to get a little bit harder as it goes off, so it was a little bit kind of harder to stick up. So you saw us take it down and put it back up, and that was because when we tried to put it up there was a little gap and there just wasn't enough adhesive, so it wasn't going to adhere. So sometimes you just have to kind of play around with these a little bit to get the right thickness. But now it's fine.
Like riding a bike, like riding a bike, 'cause babe, our hands still fit, you still get that smile, and you widen curves still drive me wild, and bring me right back to wishing I didn't have to go, and thinking maybe we should give it one more try tonight. Just take it slow like riding a bike.
We've got 3 full sides done now, and the only bit that we've got to do is the very top of this wall here, where it just goes up into the I-beams, but we think we've just got enough light to get it done. It's looking really nice though, isn't it? What do you think? Leave us a comment down below what you think of the cork.
I can hop back on our love life, like riding a bike, like riding a bike, like riding a bike, like riding a bike, like riding a bike. You got that red on the pilot that you always wanted, and I'm on the road still playing. But sometimes I wonder if it would have been better if we just ended up staying and kept riding our bikes, just you and I, down long back roads, your brown hair blowing in the wind like it did back then on those teenage summer nights.
So the final touches to the cork were done under torchlight because we just ran out of light at the end of the day, and we're back now and we can have a look how it is. There's a little bit of lime mortar that it just needs wiping off, and then it should be okay, but we're very, very happy with the result. It looks really nice, and even before we've put the insulation in we can feel the difference. It's definitely warmer in there now. There's no breeze blowing through, and I guess just the insulating properties of the cork as well, even though it's not terribly thick. So yeah, very happy. And to finish it all off, we put the window panes in so we can work inside and keep the cold breeze out and still see what we're doing, because we now have a fully sealed building.
Hopefully we don't freeze to death while we're here, because we're camping in 0 degrees.